NRG. Whew. Not looking too good. No, you know what? Let's do weeks. Let's kind of look at everything from perspective. I mean, from perspective, look, we're making new high, higher low, new high, higher low, new high. All right, let's do that. All right, because what's happening is everything like most of the charts I'm really short-sighted without looking at the actually like the longer term move and perspective. So we're finding some support all the way from January, February. Well, more of the February. Yeah, well, January, February is weeks. Uh, we're bouncing off the 618. This is of this extension over here. The extension over here. No, this is this extension. Let me. No, it was that one. Excuse me. Let me draw that back. Let me see. So as if you just saw what I drew, we're following this extension right here. We hit the 618 perfectly, or not perfectly, almost perfectly. If we can hold this 618 right here, then we're, like I said, making new high, making new high, making new high, higher low, higher low, higher low. We really can come all the way down to the 50, the 37.45, and then come up higher. Really, truly, as long as we stay above the 31.67, we are still making new high or higher lows. So just keep that in mind. If we can find some support here at the 39.75, make a new higher high, then we are on our path. Let's do this. Let's draw a trend line. Let's kind of see. All right, there goes our upward trend line right there. There's our lower. So here's our upward we kind of got close to it. 47 would have been the top part, and our lower part was right around this purple or floosh or whatever at 34.27. DUK Energy, pretty disappointing. I wanted to retest some highs closer to the 108, and we plopped, went basically opposite of where we were. I mean, we were really close. This is 816, so we're only 2 weeks away from all-time highs, or not all-time high, at least short term all-time highs. But we're still kind of in this upward range. Let's again, these are weeks. Oh, these are weeks. That's why. That's September. Yeah, these are weeks. Excuse me. It's a little bit longer. I keep forgetting I put it on weeks. Again, target would be above 44 or 99.41 right here. But we are above. We are above. It looks nasty. Let's get back into these days. Excuse me. But that's why we drew the extension to the downside. We hit target of the 127. We were basically there on Monday. We broke below, headed to the 95, but then we found some footing. And as long as we can stay above the right around here, the 97.70 area, then look for us to try to transition a little bit higher, at least to the 99.50. but we could come up to the 99.50, get rejected, and then touch our downward goal, which is 95.01. So just keep that in mind. Keep both eyes open to the possibilities. But again, I'm attracted to this above the 100 if it can keep the 100 and stay above the 100. DTE. Yeah, let's just get this out of the way. This one too, since it's not correcting itself whatsoever. Yeah, as long as we stay below this 114, we are in a downward, got downward momentum. Especially if we stay below this 112 with a target of 109 down to 107. Now, if we start holding above this 112 and above the 114, then momentum shifts, and we're looking to go higher. But it's mostly about the 50%. Middlesex Water. This was looking actually really good, really well this earlier in the week. But then, as the market kind of fell apart, so did Middlesex Water, and staying below the 103. So again, if we can hold the 103, I'm attracted to it, but it's kind of looking that we might come down to the 98.87 to the 95.02 again. But if it can get above this 103, then 110 to taking out this 116 would be target. Brookfield Renewable Partners. Yeah. 34, 40, 40, 47, or 46 would be downward target. I would say we might be able to pop up to the 37, 47, but if we can get above the 37.74, hold it, then I am a buyer. But as of right now, we look like we're headed down to 34.46. Sonova Energy. Man, remember back in August we were doing pretty good. Even way back here, the beginning of the year, we're doing great. We need to stay above this little support resistance line that I drew in over here. Now that we're below it, as you can see, we're battling. Nice battle. We broke on Friday but got rejected. 30.24 would be downside target, but upside target is just to maintain the 33.95, just to maintain it, like stay above it, close above it and stay there, right? AES, again, we're more or less in a downward trajectory ever since we broke in July. Yeah, this just looks nasty. 21.97 would be downward target. However, it looks like we might come up to the 23 and then roll back over. IDA, Idaho Corp. I mean, of all the utilities so far, this is the one that looks pretty much the most promising. We're maintaining this 100%. We went to the 318, held it. Went above, closed above it day number 2. Day number 3 got rejected. But Friday we got rejected and went all the way back down. But look where we closed. Right? We closed at the 104, like 2 points off the low, which is pretty nice. I enjoy about it. So if we can maintain this, right, as long as we can more or less do not go below this low right here, which was made on the 1st, then I would say look for us to try to take out this 105, hold it, and then try to retake the 110. But again, this has a lot to do with the market. If the market's going to drop 100 points, then, all this kind of just goes out the window and we're probably going to head lower. But if the market, stays steady and or, drops a little bit, it's not going to make a big difference. But if it just drops like 100, like I said, 100 points, or if it rises 100 points, the volatility is it will manipulate this over anything else. So just keep that in mind. Got to keep the volatility in the market in mind. American Water. September was a nasty 20-point drop for American Water. Brought us all the way back to July. We were below the 50%. So we are now in a bearish territory, so to speak. So just keep that in mind. It's pretty much kind of playing the charts perfectly. We got rejected at the 171, came back down. Let's see if we can find some footing at the 167 or the 165. I don't see that this stock is just over, dead, and done. No, I see a large spike in volume over here, but it wasn't at the very top. I see, as long like this is more market driven, because this is September. The market has just gotten destroyed in September, so the month of September, American Water got destroyed as well. Republic Services, we got dividend risk coming out on the 30th. Oh no, this was last week. That was yesterday or Thursday. Which makes sense why we had a nasty drop. We broke all the way down, but Friday, look where we closed. I mean, we had a massive movement on Friday, a 2-point recovery. So now if you just think of it like this, imagine it had the same 2-point up. Now we're 22. We'd be right around here, right? Above all this garbage right here. So just keep that in mind. We are past our dividend risk. It really has to do with the market. If the market is up and ready to go, then I see no problem with Republic Services going up and retesting a high. I don't see anything that just drastically changed overnight with Republic Services, besides the market has just been crashing.